2024 presidential elections are shaping up to be a battle between two familiar faces. The contest is a race to succeed President Nana Akufo-Addo, who is finishing his second and final term in office. The real contest is between the two major political parties, the ruling New Patriotic Party (NPP) and the opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC). The NPP has put forward the current Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
When we assumed office in 2017, we were confronted with an economy with declining economic growth, along with several problems.
While the NDC is represented by former President John Dramani Mahama.
But that is the beauty of democracy. It gives us the opportunity every 4 years to make a change.
Both candidates, they are both known candidates within Ghana's political system. One of them is building his campaign on resetting Ghana, building his campaign on a 24-hour economy, and also predicating his campaign on an infrastructure record.
Resetting Ghana's economy is John Dramani Mahama's campaign mantra.
On the side of Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, he's predicating his election on the blue economy, digitalization. He believes that digital technology is the tool through which to transform the country.
Born in Tamale, in Ghana's northern region, 61-year-old Mahamudu Bawumia holds a PhD in economics. Before going into politics, he worked at the Bank of Ghana, the country's central bank, and rose to become its deputy governor. Known as the face of the government's digitalization drive, he also led key reforms in Ghana's financial sector.
During this time in office, he has championed what we call the digitization drive in Ghana. And so he has introduced several policies such as the interoperability system that we have in our country. He has introduced the digital address system in our country that has helped this particular government to deliver on its mandate to the people.
However, Dr. Bawumia faces scrutiny for his role in the current administration's handling of the economy, with rising debt and a worsening cost of living crisis fueling public frustration. Some doubt whether he can offer a fresh vision for the West African country. Nonetheless, his campaign focuses on economic transformation, promising initiatives such as reducing taxes, introducing affordable university tuition, and starting a national airline.
He's also talking about the training of young people with digital skills, because there's a huge population that is demanding jobs and what have you.
On the other hand, John Mahama is one of Ghana's most experienced politicians. He was born in November 1958 in Damongo, in Ghana's northern region. He holds a bachelor's degree in history and previously worked as a secondary school teacher. Mahama's political career spans multiple roles, including Member of Parliament, Deputy Minister, Minister for Communication, and Vice President. He became Ghana's president in July 2012 following the death of his predecessor, John Atta Mills, and went on to win the presidential election 5 months later. However, he lost his re-election bid in 2016. He was defeated by Nana Akufo-Addo, who was the main opposition candidate.
When you look at John Mahama, he is many people who talk about his competencies talk about him in terms of his relatability, in terms of his communication, in terms of his ability to build huge infrastructural developments in the country, and also in terms of his commitment to a social democratic system, and also his experience. He's actually built his campaign on experience as well, that he's been president before and he knows what it's like to be president.
When he was Ghana's president from 2012 to 2017, Mahama prioritized infrastructural development. However, the gold-rich country faced challenges such as economic stagnation and power shortages. This earned him the nickname Dumso, which means off and on in the local parlance. Now, he is making a comeback bid, promising to rebuild the economy and create more jobs.
The policies that he has introduced so far includes promising a 24-hour economy. It's been a bit of a difficulty explaining that policy. For example, here in Ghana, hospitals run 24 hours. There are other services that people provide 24 hours. And so there's been a difficulty with the former president explaining this policy of 24 hours to the Ghanaian people.
The new Patriotic Party, NPP, and National Democratic Congress, NDC, have dominated Ghana's politics. This election is no exception. Both parties are relying on their strongholds for votes ahead of the December 7 elections, but they are also scrambling for undecided voters.
It is important to know that in Ghana, both political parties have their base. When I say their base, they have core persons who vote for them. And these core votes are guaranteed for both political parties, irrespective of what they put out there or not. In our country, you need 50+1 to win an election. To cross the 50.1 mark, that is when you need the floating voters. And they are the ones who are capable of assessing the promises that you are making and are capable of making informed choices based on the promises that the two major political parties are making.
If no candidate gets more than 50% of the votes, a runoff will be held between the top two candidates. Although the economy is the key issue in the elections, many Ghanaians are also concerned about education, healthcare, and security issues, as well as the country's foreign policy.